Today my adventure begins right here on this very beautiful white sandy beach. Look at this sand. Ain't that awesome? We're overlooking Crescent Lake here in Walt Disney World. This is the Boardwalk Resort right across the way here. And I'm over here in front of the Beach Club and the Yacht Club Resort today. What an awesome looking ship. Well, good morning, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Hitchhiking Yeti here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Today, no theme parks on the agenda. Me and my wife wants to walk around to some of the Walt Disney World resorts, some of the places to stay overnight, you know, the hotels and things. And we're going to look at some of their over-the-top Easter egg displays. Some of the cast members are quite artistic, and they make these awesome, amazing Easter egg designs along with the Disney theme. I've never done this before. I've only seen photos of it, but today we're going to go to some of the resorts here, starting off right here behind us at the Beach Club, Yacht Club, and then maybe make our way up to Seven Seas Lagoon area and check out maybe, I don't know, the Grand Floridian, the Contemporary, and maybe we might stop and eat a little bit of food at the Polynesian if we can get a reservation, because they have supposedly a very good hamburger up there that I'm wanting to try. So something new that I've never done before. We're going to try to do all that today and have a great Easter Sunday. And by the way, I hope you and your family had a wonderful Easter also. Thank you so much for watching. Let's go ahead and get started. And right here in front of the Beach Club Resort, as you can see, they have some Easter egg rolling contest going on. Look at the families over there having a good time in the shade. All right, this is our first resort as we're going to take a quick step inside of the Beach Club Resort and check out their egg display. And right here is our first display. Look at this wild egg right here. Is that not awesome? Right there it says created by that cast member, Courtney, inspired by the Film Monsters Inc. That is so cool. Sully looks awesome. And then right over here next to that, we have another cast member, Alex, Winnie the Pooh. As you can see, that's definitely a honey hive going on right there. A bunch of honeybees, and you can see Winnie the Pooh off to the left there on the top, looking all happy with all of his honey pots. This next egg is created by cast member Tara, inspired by the film The Little Mermaid. And right there is pretty much a scene from the very end of the movie, I believe, when they finally get together. And there's Flounder right there in the middle. Now this next egg, I've never seen the movie Mulan before, but my niece might change me from that. She's going through watching all these Disney movies. This is cast member Mary, inspired by the film Mulan, as I could tell because it just said Mulan on it, but nonetheless, this is very, very pretty, well done. I love all the details that these eggs have. They're absolutely gorgeous. And this next egg, I definitely know this one because me and my little niece have watched Stitch quite a few times together. Look at this awesome sandcastle right here. Stitch is kind of a Polynesian character, Hawaiian. And right there is Stitch in there, sipping on a coconut drink, or who knows, it might be some kind of Dole Whip in that coconut drink that he's got going on right there. But really, really awesome. Love the flowers, so pretty. Now this next egg right here, I am totally in the dark. I do not know what Aristocats is, but that's what the egg actually looks like, with this cute little white cat on the front of it. And then right next to that we have Wreck-It Ralph, and that looks wild and crazy. Look at the design on this egg and everything around it, all the candy, the ice cream, the sugar cone back there with the chocolate dripping down the top of it. Looks like a volcano of goodness, actually. So this next egg is inspired by Minnie Mouse and springtime florals. Look at the picket fence, the butterflies, the bees flying around, probably kicking up some pollen on there. That's the reason my nose is a little bit nasally. But I really like this egg a lot. It's very pretty. Love all the flowers and the butterflies on it. And it even has the Minnie Mouse ears attached to the very top of it. All right, so that will do it for the Easter eggs here at the Beach Club. One thing I want to show you, since I've stepped back outside, This place has got one of the coolest swimming pools, but unfortunately right now it's under refurbishment. But look at this awesome slide they got that goes from this ship. You slide all the way across over here to this rock formation and spill out in the swimming pool. That is so cool. Hopefully one day we get to stay there. All right, here we are at our next location, the Yacht Club, and looks like right over here they're giving away some free candy. So my wife just scored some free candy, which is awesome. Happy Easter, and thank you so much.
Of course. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. All right, I made it into the Yacht Club, and our first Easter egg is from cast member Virginia, inspired by the film Frozen 2, which I've never seen Frozen 2, so I don't have a whole lot of backstory to go with this one, but I do like around the bottom they have quite a bit of detail. Have like some rock monster looking thing right over there to the side. And this next egg is from cast member Amy, inspired by the film Element, which I have seen Element one time. And look at the detail with that one, with all the flowers, like the fire going on right there in the middle. Very, very pretty. And if you are a fan of Beauty and the Beast, this is inspired by Princess Belle. And I love it. Notice the books down here at the bottom. And it says, it's like the books are open and the story is blooming out into the egg. Pretty cool. I want adventure in the great wide somewhere, it reads right there. And right there you can see Belle. And this is early in the story before she meets up with the Beast and dresses in yellow. Oh, I really like this one. Cast members Katie and Paige, inspired by Walt Disney World Resort landmarks. And I love that. Check that egg out. You have the monorail on there. You have the EPCOT. We have Cinderella Castle over here on the side. Look, you have the welcome to Walt Disney. Like when you come on the Walt Disney World property, at the top of the egg, you will actually see that signage, you know, spilling across the road as you drive into Walt Disney World. That is so cool. We're going to curve around to the other side because there's some other things to see even over here on this back side. You can even see the gondolas right here that will take you from EPCOT over to Hollywood Studio and Hourglass Lake resorts. And right here we have cast member Aaron, inspired by the film Pinocchio. And right there is Pinocchio, and look up around the very top of the egg, one of my favorite Disney characters of all time, the storyteller himself, Jiminy Cricket. Next up, we have Donald Duck and Friends. Look at that. Right there is Donald Duck, Daisy Duck, Huey, Louie, and Dewey, his nephews, having a good time at the beach. I'm loving it. I'm a beach person. Looks like Donald Duck's a beach person too. We get along just fine, even though he can be a little sassy sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to be honest with you. I know of Sleeping Beauty, I've heard of Sleeping Beauty, but I can't really remember the story all that well. But look at the design of this egg. This is fantastic. The detail that's going on here, this is so cool. You got this big dragon coming out of the top. Yeah, man, this is epic right here. This is so freaking cool. I love the flames coming out of his mouth. I can get with that, even though I don't know a lot about Sleeping Beauty, man. This egg is beautiful. So this next egg is inspired by the Disney's Yacht and Beach Club Resort's 35th anniversary in November of 2025 this year. And this is pretty cool. It is very beachy, got the netting out there. It's even got the lighthouses out here on Crescent Lake. That is so picturesque and beautiful. And also, one thing I really like about this egg design is it's very sandy looking. And it's even got like a little sand castle like you would make it with a bucket at the beach, just turn it upside down. It's got that kind of style of sand castle on the very top of the egg. All right, so that will do it for the Easter eggs here at the Yacht Club. And I got to tell you something. My wife is so lucky. I can take her places and she's the one that always gets the free goodies. I was totally shocked when we was walking through there and that woman was like, hey, you want some free candy? Come on over here. Happy Easter. You know, if that stuff never happens to me. I don't know why, but it never happens to me. I'm so glad I have her by my side today as we do this vlogging, we travel to these different resorts. So next up, I made it outside. Right here is the bus stop here at the Yacht Club. And we're just gonna catch the bus over to Magic Kingdom and then walk from the Magic Kingdom over to probably the Contemporary Resort and then probably do the monorail ride from there to get to the other places we need to get to today. All right, I have made it over here to the Magic Kingdom via the bus. Now I'm just going to take this old walking path over to the Contemporary Resort as the monorail, green or lime, passes right over our head. We will be using that mode of transportation when we leave the Contemporary to make our way over toward the Polynesian. Maybe score us a hamburger. Yeah, you didn't think I was going to come all the way to Disney World and not grab a burger. I am a burger connoisseur. That's just what I do. So let's go ahead and get this walk in, get some steps in, make our way over here to the Contemporary. All right, I have made it into the lobby here at the Contemporary Resort. And now the fun part starts. We have to actually go find where the eggs are located here. So we're just gonna have to go floor by floor to find them, because they're not right here when you first walk in the lobby like it was in the other resorts. So guess what, friends? I actually found the eggs. They're right here next to Steakhouse 71 in the lobby. I just didn't walk far enough back. As we can see, this first one right here looks kind of like an ice cream cone. And this right here is created by cast member Evan, and it is inspired by Disney snacks. And that looks pretty good. And then right next to it, we have another cast member, Carissa, inspired by the movie Hercules. Hercules, Hercules. And then check this one out. Cast member Carolina. Oh, that's so cool. I love her name, Carolina, because I'm from North Carolina, so that's kind of cool. Inspired by the movie Moana, which I love these little guys right here in the movie Moana. If you've never seen it before, if you have a young one around your house like we do, you've probably watched this movie like 100 times. Probably know it better than most kids. And then right here we have another one. This here was cast member Brandy, inspired by the movie Coco. Check out the dog right there. That is really, really nice looking, really cool. So we will not be looking at these in any specific order, but right here is Encanto. My wife likes the movie Encanto. I think I've only seen it once. I do know it has something to do with some kind of like, not lantern, but like a candle. And you can see a candle inside of that egg right there. And then right here, Margot, inspired by the movie Hercules. Another Hercules one here. And then right here, Michael, inspired by the movie Princess and the Frog. Very, very cool. Right in there is Princess Tiana, which she has a new ride. Not super new, it's almost a year old now, but it's still kind of new. And if you're a fan of the Muppets, they definitely have you covered right here. Right here is the cast members in hand. Look right there, there's an animal. There's Fozzie Bear. Man, I used to remember watching the Muppets when I was growing up. Back there you got Miss Piggy and Kermit. Right there's the chef. Look at all these cool characters right here of the Muppets. And then back here at the back, this is a big one. This is a Toy Story designed by Eric. Look at that. That is so cool. You got Woody, Buzz Lightyear. Really, really awesome. Great job on that. I love the colors. Last but not least, this is Evan, inspired by the movie Moana. And as you can see, we have the little guy back there. I don't know what's going on in his mind right now with that cane and stuff, but they were pretty brutal in that movie when they was going after Moana and Maui. And as you can see, right in front of him, right there is Maui's hook. All right, so now I've made my way from the lobby up this escalator right here, and I want to show you a little bit of cool American history right here at the Contemporary Resort. Matter of fact, something has definitely changed, because there used to be some signs. Right here it said Ballroom of Americas was right here, but right now it says Welcome Disney Imagination Campus. So they must have some kind of special event going on. But I just thought I would let you know, back in the 70s, President Richard Nixon did a press conference right here at the Contemporary Resort. And I'm going to show you the doorway where he walked in. And this is where he said the famous words is, "I am not a crook." Remember that. You can Google it, look it up. I've actually covered this before in the past on the channel. But right here is where that takes place. As you can see, it still says Ballroom of the Americas right here on the wall. It used to say it on that overhang right there, but it's not right now, so they must be having some kind of a special thing on the side of the ballroom. So but these doors right here and right here, I'm not sure which one he actually walked in. It could have been that one or this one, but I have been inside this room in the past and documented it before when I actually stayed here at the Contemporary. So really cool piece of American history that happened right here at the Contemporary Resort. Richard Nixon, I'm not a crook. All right, now I've made my way upstairs to where the shopping is. I had to come up here and fetch my wife. Make sure she stays in control. Ha ha ha, that's just a joke. But look at this awesome Mary Blair mural right here. I love this one. It's really cool. When you're staying here and you're up here in the rooms and you look over here and you see this big old wall art piece, it's pretty awesome. But now that pretty much finishes things up here at the Contemporary. Now we're gonna head over here in this direction and go through security, go upstairs to this level, and get on the monorail. Because yes, here at the Contemporary, the monorail actually pulls into the resort, picks you up, and takes you on over to the Polynesian. And looks like perfect timing right when I get up here to get in line. There's quite a lengthy line here, but hopefully we can get on this monorail and take a little ride over to the Poly. And so long to the Contemporary. Had some really good eggs there. Really enjoyed the Toy Story one. Now we will be outside. See beautiful Bay Lake and Discovery Island off in the distance. And another monorail goes by. All right, I've made it into the inside of the Polynesian, and now we're going to go see if we can join the walk-up list for Wailulu Bar and Grill, which Wailulu means calm waters. And the reason we're going there is because they supposedly have a really good hamburger, and that's all the reason I need to go there and try it. All right, as we look across Seven Seas Lagoon, you can see where we was just located over at the Contemporary Resort. And right here is the newly constructed Island Tower. This here is the DVC part of the Polynesian. And right here is where we're going to go eat this fantastic hamburger. I got good vibes going on today. Let's go on inside and get set down. All right, we have been set down here in the Wailulu Bar and Grill. And this is kind of what we're dealing with here, some of the starters, but I think we're going to stay away from the starters. The mains is what I'm interested in, and right down here it is the Wayfinder burger. That's what I'm interested in. The 2 pressed patties, American cheese, onion jam, and that magical volcano sauce. Sweet bun served with mac salad or sweet potato fries. All right, as we sat here waiting for our food, notice these cool looking fish, decorative fish right over our head here. They are actually made from recycled netting that they found in the ocean, just floating around the ocean where all kind of sea animals will get caught in it. So they found a way just to, you know, grab it, get it out of the ocean, and then turn it into some fish, a little decorative design here at the Bar and Grill. All right, the burger has arrived. Look at that smash burger goodness right there. That looks really good. And I decided to order the mac salad, and that looks really tasty also. Okay, so I'll flip the burger upside down so we can see what's on the bottom of it. Right there is the smashed patties, and you can see right there is the onion jam. And right here on the top bun, you can see my lettuce, tomato, a little bit of lettuce, American cheese, and right there is a little bit of that volcano sauce, which it's supposed to give it a little bit of spice. We'll see how hot it gets. If it does get really spicy and warm, that's why I ordered the mac salad, to kind of cool it down a little bit. All right. Look at this behemoth. Look at this thing. Golly. This is going to be so good. All right, here we go, friends. Bon appetit. The Wayfinder burger. Here we go. All right. This burger right here This is awesome. Really, really tasty. Just, there's nothing like a good smash patty. This thing has it all. The crust, the onion jam, the volcano sauce, a little bit of spice, but not a lot. Not really. It's not like if you're not into hot stuff, you can get this burger just the way it is and you're going to be good to go. But man, the flavor of the meat is spot on. This here definitely could be the new favorite Big Daddy burger here on property. And now we're going to taste the mac salad. So the mac salad is also a winner in my opinion. It's just really, really good. It's got some carrots in it, some eggs, and it's got something else in it that I'm really not sure what it is, but whatever it is, it works. It is really, really tasty. So me and my wife were just talking about this burger and how good it is. And some of the best burgers here at WDW is like the Steakhouse 71 burger was really good. Over at Geyser Point at Fort Wilderness, their bison burger is really good also. A little bit on the dry side over the last several years, but this burger right here, to me, just shot up to the #1 place. I think this right here is phenomenal. But you gotta like smash burgers, and I do. So this is right up my alley. All right, I will tell you right now that Wayfinder burger was delicious, and I think I can confidently say that just went to the top of my list of best burgers here at WDW, without a doubt. I mean, Steakhouse 71 burger is really good. The bison burger over at Geyser Point has always been pretty daggone good too. But that one right there, I'm a fan of smash burgers, and that was a smash burger, and that was like 2 of them with everything. It was just so good. The volcano sauce, the onion jam. Oh man, that was good. That just put a smile on my face. That was an awesome Easter dinner. Not what I'm accustomed to for Easter. When I'm at my mom's house, that's not normally the type of stuff we eat. But when you're in Disney World, why not? You know, you got to change it up a little bit. Was going to ride the monorail, but I think I'm just going to walk this path right here. Walk around Seven Seas Lagoon, and you know, the Grand Floridian is not that far away. It's a pretty short walk. Probably do my body a little bit of good after consuming that monstrous Wayfinder burger. But all that being said, what a beautiful Easter Sunday. I mean, just look at this. As the wind is really starting to pick up. Look across Seven Seas Lagoon. We was over there earlier. That is the Contemporary Resort. I don't know if you can see it or not. The monorail is actually leaving the resort as we speak. That's how we arrived over here at the Polynesian. And now we're just going to take a short little walk over to the Grand Floridian. Look at our last decorative Easter eggs for today, and then we're going to wrap it up. I really appreciate everybody hanging out with me today. Thank you so much. I hope you and your family is having an awesome Easter, or had an awesome Easter by the time you watch this. So let's go ahead and get our walk started. And right there is the wedding pavilion, a little island off in the distance there. And this here is the Grand Floridian. Welcome. Look at this reveal when you walk along Seven Seas Lagoon. Is that not beautiful? That is some snazzy looking stuff. Especially with that big old tower, like kind of right up there at the top. Right in the middle of the screen. All right. We are in. We have made it to the Grand Floridian. Oh, that AC feels good. All right, we are inside now, sitting in line. We had quite a lengthy line in here to see these Easter eggs designs. So looks like I got quite a few. Just gonna walk right through there and go around that way and check them all out. So right here is our first egg that nobody's really paying attention to. But this was inspired by the movie Inside Out 2. And this little character right here might have been, his name might have been Anxiety in the movie, I believe. All right, here we come. Inspired by the movie Brother Bear. Check that out. Look at the details on the inside of the egg. That looks so cool. That is awesome. Then right next to that, it looks like we got some Dumbo stuff. This here was cast member Katie. inspired by the movie Dumbo. That is fantastic. How beautiful is that? That is so cool. Oh my God, look at this. Inspired by the evil queen from the movie Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. That is amazing. Look at the poison apple in there, kind of rotating. Oh my God. Then right over here, this was from the movie Atlantis. Don't think I've ever seen that one before, but nonetheless, pretty awesome, pretty cool. Ooh-wee, look at this here. A lot of artwork going on this one. So here's cast member John, inspired by the works of the Pixar Animation Studio. So we have all Pixar characters adorned on the outside of this egg. All right, this next one is cast member Meg, inspired by the movie Cinderella. Very, very pretty, very nice. Look, it ain't no pumpkin no more. Oh, I love this one right here, inspired by Scrooge McDuck. I used to watch DuckTales when I was a kid, and that is very much a great Scrooge McDuck, lost in all his money. And right here we have Zootopia. That is another very nice egg decoration. Right here we got Steamboat Willie. That is so freaking cool. That is awesome. And right here we have Maleficent, which that right there is actually in the parade at the Magic Kingdom at Breeze Fire. Right here we have Orange Bird. And check this out. Right here, this is the movie Tarzan. That is freaking beautiful right there. That is so nice. That is really, really awesome. And right here is a Toy Story 2 Al's Toy Barn. It's pretty cool. Right here is probably one of my wife's favorite Disney princesses. There's Snow White. That is so cool. It's like a model sheet where they learn to draw Snow White. Okay, this next one, cast member Johnny, inspired by Disney College.
I like that.
And this just got all different kind of characters drawn onto the outside of the egg. Even the villains are represented. Expedition Everest, one of my favorite rides here in Walt Disney World, and right there is the mountain. It's just an egg form. And you got the Yeti on the inside where the track's actually broken. That's really cool. And then right here we have Madame Leota from the Haunted Mansion, one of my other favorite rides. And right there's the Madame. And right here is from Beauty and the Beast. And right there is Belle toward the end of the movie, where she is now wearing her yellow dress. I think earlier we seen her in her blue dress still. But look at the Beast over here on the outside. That is so cool. And then right over here we have 101 Dalmatians, and we have little Dalmatian puppies scattered throughout, and Cruella de Vil at the very top. So real quickly, I wanted to come back here to the back side of the Beauty and the Beast one, and look, you can actually see the rose inside of the egg on the back side. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. That is so neat. And you can see the Beast, his hands is kind of opening up his chest. It's almost like the rose is his heart. All right, my friends, I got to admit that was quite an experience today. Being here on Easter Sunday, Walt Disney World, looking at all those wild and crazy egg decorations. Look at the line. Right here, the line starts. We zoom in a little bit. See that woman right there in the dress? That's where the line starts, and we just kind of weave our way all the way around here. You can see the eggs where we kind of went long down through here, right below us. Right there is that awesome. That is so cool. That one right there, the Beauty and the Beast one, man, that was one of my favorites. That was really, really good. And then you can stop right here and get you some Easter sweet treats if you would like. But I think I'm all full. There's no sweet treats for me today. We just want to end our vlog right here at the Grand Floridian here in Walt Disney World. Hope everyone had a wonderful Easter. I know I did. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, friends, I am the Hitchhiking Yeti, and I will see you in my next adventure. Y'all stay safe, and I hope to see you all again very, very soon. This is quite the beautiful lobby area, if I do say so myself. I mean, I can't even see the ceiling. It's so high. Look at that.